Learn from the mistakes that others often make. Listen to marketing pains and don't go insane. All right, when you start the pre-production video process, there's a couple things you want to think about, and the most important thing is what style of video are you trying to create. There's a lot of different options, so I'm going to go through 6 kind of settings that you can have for your video, and then we can talk about some of the budgeting and things that go into that. So the first one is a studio shoot. I don't actually do a lot of these. I've done them. They're great. You can have some really cool controlled lighting, controlled sound. It has that really professional, that corporate feel. You can do green screen, a lot of things you can do in a studio, and they're a lot of fun. Downside, obviously, is you have to pay for the studio space. Studio space can range from $50 an hour to thousands and thousands of dollars per day, depending on the type of studio and style that you're going for. Also, the setup, if you're having a big studio space with a big set in it where you're building your own set, then obviously it can get more expensive. Another kind of a step down, though, is a studio setup. This is where basically we come to your office and set up a backdrop and kind of create a studio space that feels controlled. And so you have that studio style feel with a solid background without having to pay for a studio, much less expensive. The third option is just your standard corporate shoot. I do these every single week. A corporate shoot can be your office, could be in a bar, an industrial park, whatever represents your business, whatever you're selling. Your shoot is basically in that space, which I love. That's my favorite go-to place because it feels more natural. I'm here in my space, and this is the project we're working on. This is the business we have. It really is who you are. It's the most common, and again, we've done it in tiny rooms, huge rooms. Really can customize it to whatever the person needs, and I love doing these. Do them all over the country. They're a lot of fun. Meet people in their offices and then make the most of whatever space they have. Some downside is that sometimes you don't have the best audio. Sometimes the lighting can be funky, and we just make the most of it. You can get the video done. It's a great option. Another option is man on the street style. I love these. I don't get to do a lot of them, but man, you're just walking down a local street. These are great for kind of your vlog style video or something where you want some interaction, where you're just showing off. Could be outside in a landscape, streetscape, great for a vlog, great for real estate agents, great for anyone that's trying to showcase a local community or economic development, anything like that can be a great option. Number 5 is a news release. So this is great for PR. This is something I just did. You can see this video here, something I did for Amazon because they were doing a PR release. So the camera's off to the side. The guy is looking at a journalist who's interviewing him. So this is a PR release style video, a great option. Number 6, this is another one I do a lot of, is an actual commercial. Now you might say, can't all of these be commercials? And yes, they can. You can do a studio shoot. It can be a commercial and a studio shoot. And maybe I should differentiate between an interview where you're just the guy is talking to the camera, and an actual commercial. So let's go through that. A interview is where you're just interviewing someone in the business. They're saying, hey, my name is Bob and I run a business. A commercial can be a voiceover. It can be an actress on screen. But the thing is, a commercial is more of a planned event. A lot of times these interviews where we're doing on location, like you're seeing here as I'm talking, these are oftentimes me just asking the person questions. Hey, why'd you start your business? Tell me about your product. They're answering those questions, and then we're taking those and we're cutting it into a video, making some kind of 30-second, 60-second spot based on their answers. Maybe a 2-minute video for it's a longer, more like a documentary style, or 5-minute if it's like a mini documentary. But an actual commercial is where we write a script. You create a storyboard. You actually know what you're trying to shoot, and this is an actual commercial that you're going for, an exact look, pre-laid out, and then we shoot the entire thing. So those are 6 different options for creating your videos. Think through those because every single one of those has a lot of different elements to it that you want to know beforehand. We definitely want to establish before we actually show up to shoot, so we can create the commercial you wanted to make. I have had some crazy things happen. I actually had a videographer of mine. He was out on a location. He went up to shoot the script that he thought he was supposed to shoot. Some other producer showed up that worked somewhere else in the company and had their own vision, and so they start trying to get my videographer to create this thing that they had in mind, where my videographer is also trying to gather the stuff that he needed. It was a contradiction of corporate interests that we were not aware of until we showed up at the shoot, and made for a very complicated day because things did not go as planned. And there was just some tension on set because we had no clue this person was going to show up with their whole vision in mind, because that had not been communicated at all before the actual day of shoot. So we want to know your style, what you're thinking. If you have samples of videos you've seen, say I want to create and emulate that style, then let us see that, and then we can make sure that we're creating the type of video that you want for your actual shoot. Hope that makes sense. Feel free to email us if you have any questions. We'd love to help you out on your creative video shoot process. Have a great day.
Marketing Pains is a Suited Studios production and can watch and listen on all major podcast outlets. Staves off the pain. Use only as directed. Get your prescription at looksuited.com.